They're tracking Facebook, Craigslist, and OfferUp. Listen up, folks. This is an urgent message for all American consumers out there. Something big is happening in the world of online sales, and you need to know about it. Amazon's upper management is in a state of panic because people are selling their high-end equipment on platforms like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and Craigslist. The listings have increased by a staggering 1,200%, guys, and this is just since November 2022. What's that, like 5 months, 6 months ago? But this ain't even the worst part. So the reason that people are selling their expensive gear is that they're having a hard time making ends meet. Pandemic has hit a lot of us very hard, and a lot of people are struggling to keep up with their bills and their expenses. In fact, credit card debt is at an all-time high among Americans. Just check this out.
Americans have never held more credit card debt than they do right now. Almost $1 trillion total, an increase of nearly 19% over the end of last year. And now, with the Fed's 9th interest rate hike in a row to 5%,
inflation remains too high, and the labor market continues to be very tight.
Many Americans will see an almost immediate increase to their credit cards' interest rates.
When the Fed raises interest rates, it really kicks in quickly, and that interest rate hike applies to currently held balances as well as future balances.
Have you guys noticed this? Let us know what your credit card situation's like. Just drop me a quick comment down below. But hey, if you're looking at this, this is your chance to get some quality stuff at a fraction of the cost, but you gotta act fast. So if you're looking to buy something, hey, you might want to hit up Craigslist, OfferUp, Letgo. Yeah. Now, the prices are still high, but even contractors are starting to list their equipment, which means more opportunities for you guys. And here's the thing, guys, Amazon is keeping a very close eye on this because they know people aren't going to be buying their fancy new gadgets made and shipped from China on their platforms if people are buying the same thing dirt cheap on Craigslist, OfferUp, and Letgo. So do not miss out on this opportunity to grab some pretty quality stuff at low prices. Now remember, every penny counts, especially in these challenging times. Now we're also going to be talking a little bit about shrinkflation, everything getting smaller, companies trying to fool us with this ridiculous downsizing of their packages. Yeah, all of this in today's video, and of course, for the best way to invest or buy gold or silver, be sure to hit the links in the description down below this video. It's time to prepare, folks. All right, guys, so check this out. So I have more insider information coming from Amazon, and apparently they dug a little bit deeper into this whole thing. They found out that eBay has a massive increase of 300%. Oh yeah. Now the problem is that shipping charges have gone through the roof on a lot of these special sites, especially on eBay. Now a lot of times the shipping charges are more than the purchase price of the product. So I guess that's why 70% of all offers have a discount to lure buyers in. That's a sign that sellers are having a tough time making sales and that they have to come up with their own marketing strategies. It's a big shift that's happened ever since November, and it's not looking good for the online secondary market. But there is a silver lining, folks. If you're looking to remodel your house or level up your hobbies, just wait until December. That is when you're probably going to see the biggest wave of discounts. So keep that in mind and make sure to save your pennies. Now, trust me, you're going to be glad you did. Now, as early as now, inflation is already helping drive a boom in secondhand shopping. Sales of secondhand shoes, clothes, and accessories has jumped 28% in 2022 from the previous year, at least according to a recent report that has come out. Now, secondhand shopping is seriously on the rise with more and more people buying used clothes, used shoes, and used accessories. Now, apparently, it's become such a trend that the global sales of the secondhand industry reached $177 billion last year, which is up 28% from the year before. This inflation is crazy, right? Plus, more retailers are hopping on the bandwagon, offering their own curated secondhand or resale items. And let's not forget about sustainable shopping habits, right? These are also driving this trend forward. And apparently, this is just the beginning, with the secondhand industry predicted to double to $351 billion in global sales by 2027. Companies and brands are starting to pay attention, and they're realizing that resale is not a fad. American Eagle Outfitters, they recently collaborated with ThredUp to launch a new digital resale shop called REAE, which offers secondhand and exclusive vintage AE clothing. Okay, I see where they're going with this here. Yeah, AE. Anyway, so resale shops, on the other hand, are all about buying your stuff and then reselling them to someone who could use them instead of throwing it away in a landfill. It's a win-win situation. You get some cash and your gently used items will get a new home. And there's even people out there who have made a side hustle out of it. They hit up consignment stores, resale shops, and even go online to find stuff that they could sell for a profit. And it's not just the sellers who are into it. Buyers are all over it too. A massive 92% of people have shopped secondhand before, and a third of those people, they think it's one of the most fun ways to shop. Some people are even trying to exclusively shop resale to save money and also to help the environment. Also, there's the upside of shopping at your local thrift store that can create a positive impact on the planet. It definitely helps reduce the amount of shipping-related fuel and packaging consumption that comes with buying new stuff that's online. Plus, it's a great way to keep money in your community instead of giving it to big corporations. See, it's becoming crucial for their sustainability agenda, so they're looking to make clothes that could reach resale value for customers. Just take a look at what I'm talking about here. About 30% of Gen Z, those who were born between 1997 and 2012, are buying secondhand items to afford higher-end brands. The most popular brands in resale include cult athleisure company Lululemon, luxury American fashion house Coach, and fashion brand Kate Spade, New York. What they're thinking here, I'll have it for the rest of my life, I'm taking super good care of it, and my children will have it in their future, end quote. Now, it kind of makes sense. Let these companies learn to give us quality. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to last through the resale boom that's happening right now. But I don't know how that could tie in with what's happening with shrinkflation, and Amazon knows exactly how much it matters to us consumers. Basically, shrinkflation is when companies make their product packages smaller while keeping their price the same. And this is happening with all sorts of stuff like food, drinks, makeup, and cleaning stuff. Have you guys noticed what they've been doing with the toilet paper tubes, like the cardboard tubes that is inside the toilet paper roll? Yeah, they kept the outside the same size by increasing the size of the tube and reducing the amount of toilet paper that you actually get. And they've done this all to make consumers think that they're still getting the same amount. That's pretty freaking dirty. They know we use this stuff up all the time, so they've kind of figured, hey, they're not going to notice if we shrink the package a little bit. But yes, we do notice. Have you seen any examples of this happening lately? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's just kind of funny, and at the same time, it's kind of infuriating to look back and just see how much we're getting ripped off more and more. Shrinkflation is nothing new, but I am noticing another knock-on effect of it. If you're older and have older cookbooks, shrinkflation has messed up some recipes, smaller amounts of tomatoes, sauces, and other canned items used in recipes. Now, when I was a kid, canned tuna was about 7 ounces. Now it's about 5 ounces, and a lot of water in that same size can. So basically, people are freaking out about the simultaneous shrinking and the rising prices of household items. They've gone up 30%. So what do? They head to discount stores like the 99-cent store, the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and those places are seeing a whopping 400% increase in their customers. It's kind of crazy, right? And Amazon knows it. Amazon sees that people are flocking to these bargain discount stores, and they're like, hey, we need to start selling some cheaper stuff too. But let's be real, guys. Dollar Tree should really be called the inflation tree at this point. This inflation thing is no joke. It's been around forever now, but lately it's been hitting even harder. And it's only going to get worse. It's all over the news, y'all. Americans are carrying a ton of debt these days. C-19 savings are all gone, and interest rates and inflation are still rising. This is eating into household budgets like crazy. And with pandemic savings long gone, Americans are carrying record debt loads. Apparently, a new report from the Federal Reserve said that consumer debt hit an all-time high of $4.82 trillion back in February. This is just crazy to think about. Basically, it's all about slowing economic growth and spending for the Fed, which is definitely a curse for the working class Americans. So people are getting more and more into debt, and it's no surprise. People paid off a lot of their credit card debt during the pandemic because they couldn't really afford to go out and spend money. But now that things are opening up again and prices are going up, people are racking up debt again. People are taking trips that they had put off, and the cost of things is going up. Matter of fact, there was this one vacation destination we went to in Jamaica just 2 years ago. It was like $2,900 for that trip 2 years ago. Today, it's over $7,000 for the same trip. Credit card interest rates are skyrocketing, and everybody is swiping their credit cards or paying with their phones instead of cold hard cash. That's especially tough on low-income people who are already scraping by on fixed income, maybe Social Security, SSI, SSDI. They burned through their C-19 savings long ago, and now they're feeling the pinch of rising prices and stagnating wages. And when you're barely making ends meet, it is tough to cut back on bare necessities. Drop a quick amen down below if y'all feel me on that. Now, we want to make sure our financial freedom fam knows the real deal so that we're not freaking out. So we need to focus on having our debts paid, our credit scores higher, and have more money in the bank. There's really no solution around this. There's no way we're just going to be able to sit back and watch all of this happen like some sheep. So with prices going up like crazy, it's important to make sure that we're not getting trapped in debt. First things first, try to pay off the high interest credit card debt that you have. That might seem impossible, but just try to cut back on some unnecessary spending like eating out, unnecessary subscriptions that you don't really use. You could also try to find ways to earn some extra cash, like, selling things that you don't need or doing some odd jobs on the side. Now remember, guys, every little bit helps. And if you're really struggling, don't be afraid to reach out for some financial advisement or credit counseling. Remember, you're not alone, and there are resources available to help you get back on track. But let me know if you guys want me to drop some videos on that feel free to hit me up in the comments down below. Love to hear from you guys. And of course, be sure to hit the link in the description down below for the best way to invest in gold or silver. But that's it for today's financial update and daily news report. Amazon's watching resale numbers closely. More and more Americans are opting for secondhand shopping, and what you can do to take advantage of this new situation that we're finding ourselves in. Definitely more exciting stuff coming out this week. Do not miss it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel now and ring that notification bell right after. Oh, and do not forget to hit the like button, guys. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you. Please be kind to one another, and I'll see you on the next one.